We done jumped out of drops.
Yeah, that's my bitch, she know she the baddest, so shit ain't gotta be said. Run up a check on my bitch, cause she classy, nasty, my biggest fan. Then I get back to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. We gon' get right to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. Highly addicted to doing the nasty with you and counting up bands. I got an itch that can only be scratched by you and all these bands. Now you all in my hands, money all in my plans.
What's going on, everybody? It's the boy DJ Cyclops right here on Hicks Cartel Radio Live, y'all. And this is after the music stops, where we come and we tell y'all, well, we have a guest and they tell y'all their story behind the music. But, I can't do this show without the livest co-host in the world. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Let's go.
It's me. It's your girl, Mocha the Mack. I'm as always, so excited to be here. So excited to meet our artist. Let's get into it. Let's not even wait on it.
All right. Well, before we get into our artists, we're going to take a quick break and go to our sponsors.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go.
My name is Scola De Niro, Emmy-nominated executive producer, singer, songwriter, and music producer from the multi-platinum group Drew Hill. When it's time to wind down, there's only one choice of wine for me, and that's Pilate. It's 2 a.m. and no one's here, my love, to stop us from grooving. Hey, babe, let your head hang down tonight, my love. Slip on your lingerie and let's get personal.
Man, before we get any further, I just want to say that's probably like the sexiest theme song for an ad I've ever heard of. What to say? Like, it just gets you off. But like I said, we have a special guest on today. I met this young man last week, and I had to get him on the show because I wanted to hear more about his story.
Okay.
So, with no further introduction, I'm going to bring on the one and only M. Taylor.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
Man, we good. How are you?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Again, I ain't got no complaints. Anytime I get to wake up, that's a good one for me.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Mocha, I kind of know some of the story, but I want you to kick off this interview on your end. Let's go.
Right? Because I don't really know. I mean, I did a little research on you, so I know, a little bit, but they don't know. So I'm gonna let you tell us in your own words. Before I even start the questions, just tell us who you are in your own words.
My name is M. Taylor. I'm an artist, rapper, singer, songwriter, filmmaker from the west side of Detroit, currently residing in Los Angeles, California. That's who I am.
Okay.
I'm an open book for y'all.
What kind of music you do?
I do everything, like straight up. Hip hop, R&B, neo soul. It just depends on what type of vibe I'm in at that moment, man. Straight up. I really feel like I'm a Swiss Army knife when it comes to composing and creating music, man. I love to do it. It's second nature to me, and it's therapeutic to me, most importantly. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to alter my personality or pretend to be somebody I'm not when I create. I can just keep it a buck in everything that I do.
That's big. Listen, I'm all about staying true to yourself and creating your own narrative. So I love that. So tell us, let's take it. We're going to talk about after the music stops. But before we even start the music, who are you? Just as a person, not as an artist. Tell me, where do you come from? Like who made you who you are? Or what made you? Not even who. What made you who you are?
Shit, man, I'm from the west side of Detroit, man. I was, you know how they say pressure make diamonds? I really feel like that quote and that phrase is really correlates to my life. You know, I've been through so much at a young age, things that I know, me being a parent, and how delicate children are, the things that I know that I would want to keep for my kids, you know, and for me to have to go through so much at an early age, you know what I'm saying? Losing both of my parents in the same month, different years, of course, you know, it just made me a stronger person, you know. And I realized, you know, just like a diamond gets appraised, you know, and creates that value, it's just the same effect with the people that love you. They appraise you in your relationships differently, and it establishes different values, different levels of value within different relationships. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's who I am. I mean, if you know me, you know I'm a good man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still I'm more wise than I was before, but you know there was a time where I really didn't tolerate no bullshit from nobody, and we was meeting that shit head on. But you know, like I said, now I'm a little older and my journey is a lot different, you know, and I understand things on a different spectrum. So I'm just thankful to have this level of wisdom that I got to be able to move in this industry and in this world, no matter where I am, straight up. And again, thank y'all for having me too.
Yes, no, thank you for being here.
No
Listen,
doubt. No doubt.
thank
Bless you.
you. Yes, always. Okay,
No
so
doubt.
let me ask you this. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. As a
What's up?
kid, how would your parents describe you?
All right. So my little brother was Tasmanian Devil character comparison. My character was goofy, like Goof Troop.
Yeah, yeah.
I was goofy, short with the gap. You know what I'm saying? Silly than a motherfucker, man. And I was just really big on personality. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed life, man. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the life that I lived. I was just silly, man. So I enjoyed laughter. I enjoyed love. You know what I'm saying? All that cool shit. Straight up, life ain't really start getting real until mama started getting sicker. You know, my father was always in and out of prison, but the small moments we got to spend together were the most impactful to me and had the most meat and protein added to my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I miss both of my parents. Rest in peace to both of them, and
Yes.
shout out to them for their energy and their wisdom and giving me
You
life.
you know what's let me ask you this. What is the biggest lesson that you did learn from your parents? Because they obviously played a big part in your growth, your character development. What was the biggest lesson that you learned from them?
That I learned from them.
Mm-hmm.
It was really both my parents was real big on treating people the way you want to be treated, and that was just as simple as that, you know. Because I watched my parents cut into some people that's on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, my bad.
No, you
You
good. You
know,
good.
I watched my parents cut into people when they in the wrong, but I watched them more so than other times be good to people, and people was really really good to my parents. So you know, I mean, that's just what I took with me, and I got a lot of people that like to call me their friend instead of an associate. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that.
What's the difference? Hold on. What's
I
the
was just about to say that.
between between a friend and an associate? Because you one of them. So tell us. What's the difference?
I'm not extreme special moments to me are limited access, and those aren't for my associates. There are some moments that I do want to celebrate with my associates, but I'd rather share certain moments with my friends and people that mean a
Right.
lot to me. Those are the ones that get the deeper than the organic happy holiday text message. You know what I'm saying? You get customized messages from your friends. You know what I'm saying? Not the generic group message that you're sending out to everybody. You know, it's a difference from that. And people need to know the value too, you know, instead of telling people that everybody that they're their fucking friends, because everybody ain't your goddamn friend. Straight up.
Right. Valid. That's valid. Okay.
Straight up.
Wait,
Yeah.
he's being real. He
Yes.
being
Yes.
Straight
real.
up.
Okay. gonna be real. It's real.
Gotta keep it a buck, man. At all costs, gotta be real.
And then I think it's 3 levels because you got the associates, then you have your friends, then you actually have those people that you call your brother or your sister because you might not have to be blood to be connected, but like I said, like okay, Mocha, me and Mocha, that's my sis. Like beyond the associate, beyond the friendship, that's my sis. So like. Do you have those ones that are friends, but then you have those ones you call you like, look, that's my brother, that's my sister right there.
Absolutely. We gotta operate on that type of system, man. We gotta do just those type of gestures. Let people know how you feel about them. You know what I'm saying? And they're able to differentiate where they stand in your life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of assuming that somebody really rock with you a certain type of way, whole time you got limited access in their life. You know what I'm saying? And,
Ooh.
it's tough, man. Like just living and being a part of this world, man. You learn to read people. You bump heads with people that you never thought you would bump head with. My journey just looks so different, and my future just is a big mystery because the people that I imagine sharing these levels of success with, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people have complete life changes and career path changes, and I stood the course, and so it's real thin up here. You know what I'm saying? As far as people who really stayed solid and stayed down and kept going. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. You got requirements like in order to be my friend, you gotta do X, Y, and Z or be X, Y, and Z.
I mean, you know what? And that may be something that I need to think about, but subconsciously, you ain't got to pull off a list of requirements when you hear somebody's name. It either triggers good energies or bad vibes, and
Yeah.
it's one of the two. Some people do got some gray areas. Some people get drunk and their personalities change, and then they'll call you back when they sober, act like nothing never happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many different personality types out here, man. You just got to really be sure about yourself, man, and then you'll be able to really decipher things rapid fire, straight up.
Definitely.
Show that red flags right off that.
Say that again.
So I said some people might not show.
Oh yeah, no, hell no, they ain't.
Yeah,
So motherfucker give you a perfect 2 months in your life, be flawless. 2 months and 2 days in, it's all changing, flipping the script. They revealing themselves, and it's just tough, man.
Facts. So let me ask you this: what made you get into music, and how did that start?
Shit, bro. I refuse to believe. I refuse to not believe that all black children from minority and poverty-stricken areas didn't grow up in the church at one form or facet at time in their life.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
So, be there or not, man, your ass don't get up on Sunday and
Facts.
whatever granny and mama and them got going for you. Some households went every Sunday. Some households went once every few Sundays. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, you're gonna get your ass in the church at some point in your life. You know what I'm saying? Unless your family was trying to raise demons or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, so we grew up in the church, man. I like the way music made me feel coming up, and my mother had a tremendous voice. She used to love to sing, and she went through a lot of pain. But when she used to sing, she used to feel free. And I used to get chills from that shit. I'm getting chills now talking to y'all about it, but I used to get chills from it, and it just felt good. And then we go to church, they singing, and it's just like, so even when I was in the hood on the block, I was still singing the R&B songs and stuff. I would remake songs and make them about food and all of that stuff. But the whole time I'm still sharpening, crafting my voice and all of that stuff, and just wind up with a different skill set, and the church is translated to the streets, and you just grew up on them same blocks, and you just carved out your sound into who you are. That's me, third person,
Yeah.
straight up.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because we always ask people this question. If you had to choose a food that describes your music, what food would you choose?
Damn, man. I mean, like, does it have to be like one item, or does it have to be a cuisine?
Nah, give me a
No.
meal if you got to.
I mean, you already know what I'm about to say. Then go ahead and say it.
I'm
Both
gonna.
of y'all know what I'm about to say.
I'm
Go
gonna.
ahead and say it.
So
There
yeah.
you go. Come on, Queen.
Okay.
What's up, man? Yeah.
Okay. So let me
Yeah.
ask you why though.
Because it feel good. It's visually sexy. You know what I'm saying? When you could close your eyes and listen to the songs and paint your own picture. You know what I'm saying? And just keep in mind that I want you to go to the highest highs and the lowest lows of the extreme on the journey. You know what I'm saying? Get extremely vivid on some Bobby's World type shit. You know what I'm saying? Where you can really dig into your imagination. And that's what my music does, man. Because, like I said, I'm a creative, man. I like to dig into that shit, man. I like to, everything got to flow and connect. I'm not a whole bunch of random shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. If you hit a hook, then you know what the verses is gonna be like. I can't stand when I hear records when they got this hook and then the verse don't match none of the fucking hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really an architect with this shit, man. I build songs with the structure of records that I liked and I enjoyed that became hit records. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily far as the elements in the record, you know what I'm saying? But as far as structuring and composing the records, I follow the greats.
Who's a great to you? Give me some greats. Who's some greats?
All right. Michael Jackson, Ice-T. Well, I ain't even gonna say Ice-T's format, but his business format, it definitely has longevity. You know what I'm saying? He's the longest running African American actor on TV. And not even just an African American male actor on TV. He's the longest running male actor on television. You get what I'm saying? So that work ethic, you know, Jay-Z's work ethic, you know what I'm saying? The Nas work ethic, E40, all these, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and the list goes on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? The people who have hits that have timeless classics that you can put these motherfuckers on 10 years from now. You can put it on in a high school that's gonna go crazy. You can put this on in an older club that's gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Those are the greats.
Valid. Now you know this is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. When we get to the 100th anniversary of hip hop, do you feel like you're gonna be there? Where do you fit in? Like, what's your legacy look like?
Overall career, with my 50-year running that I'm putting on, I'm gonna be in the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Ooh.
For the next year.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, I gotta hear this. I need to know. I need to know the truth.
All right. Well, look. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna drop off the screen. We're gonna have you introduce your song that you brought to us, the single, and we just gonna get into it, and we're gonna let the world hear. I've already heard it. Good. I love it. So we're gonna let the world hear it, and we're gonna get right into it. So go ahead and introduce your track.
For sure. What up, though? It's your boy M. Taylor. And right now, we rocking with After the Music. Check out my new single, Biggest Fan, starring me, Jones, Maino, produced by my dog, Zaytoven Beats, shot by my dog, Will C. Let's go, 7:30. Final Level Music.
Yeah, that's my bitch and she knows she the baddest. I'm something that gotta be said. Run up a check on my bitch cause she classy, nasty, my biggest fan. Then I get back to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. We gon' get right to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands.
Let's get back to our bands, let's get back in our bag. 20 stacks for the Birkin, 100 stacks in your bag. Let's get back to the trips, we ain't packing no bags. You my fix, you my high, you my crack in my bag. Cartier's on your wrist, Range Rovers to park. Hold them stones on your body, you could glow in the dark. And you nice with your hands, if them hoes wanna start. Remember down in Bahamas, when I dove with the sharks. Different places to live, we can race to the crib. And I never get tired, Kevin Gates where I live. All them trips to the tropics, we done jumped out of yachts. Name a whip, we done copped it, we done jumped out of drops.
Yeah, that's my bitch and she knows she the baddest, something that gotta be said. Run up a check on my bitch cause she classy, nasty, my biggest fan. Then I get back to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. We gon' get right to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. Highly addicted to doing the nasty with you and counting up bands. I got an itch that can only be scratched by you and all these bands. Now you all in my hands, money all in my plans. Got you all in my pants, might get a flight to Japan and ball out. All of this loyalty that you been giving to me, making me cash out. Hit on my niggas ain't ticket for one of them ones, cause I'm in that bag now. Mack 10 on my side, like I'm T-Boss when I step out. Final level on a real nigga with some real ones, better ass bows. Before I talk about some shit, I'd rather show ya. It's really in my blood to be a soldier. If you ever do me wrong, you can't get no love. Only else that I acknowledge full of doja. Before I talk about some shit, I'd rather show ya. It's really in my blood to be a soldier. If you ever do me wrong, you can't get no love. Only else that I acknowledge full of doja. Yeah, she knows she the baddest, something that gotta be said. Run up a check on my bitch cause she classy, nasty, my biggest fan. Then I get back to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. We gon' get right to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands.
We linking tonight, right? You spending the night, right? Been fucking with lames, never had G's in your life, right? Come mingle with stars, pull up in bulletproof cars. We gon' go make us a movie. Wake up inside of the blogs, yeah. They snapping our photos, guess we not on a lodo. They can tell it is me, my body is covered in logos. Dope dealer couture, mix Celine with Dior. I'ma give her my face tonight if that pussy is pure. I'm the nigga she like, right? I figure she might, right? Addicted to hoes, but I'm in need of a wife, right? Come hop in a ride, pulling them panties aside. I'm your biggest fan, be popping up all on my timeline.
Yeah, that's my bitch and she knows she the baddest, something that gotta be said. Run up a check on my bitch cause she classy, nasty, my biggest fan. Then I get back to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands. We gon' get right to the bands, we gon' get right to the bands.
All right. Biggest fan, y'all. Him got nailed,
Oh, I love that. I can't lie.
You rocking with it?
Yes.
Y'all rocking with it?
Yes. Like I said, last.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all feeling the vibes, man. Straight up. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I heard that. Hold on. Before you even go on, cause I heard that it was like a little key change right in the middle, but then you went right back. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You know music.
Man,
You know music.
I dislocated my shoulder in high school, and I had to swap out my elective from being weight training to a last minute elective because all of the other shit that I would normally like to do was full because everybody had their schedules and all the students was locked in. And since I had an injury in like the middle of the year, it was either gonna be sign language, choir, or like ROTC or some shit like that. I was like, sign me up for the choir. Hey, that joint wound up being a hidden gem though, straight up, man. The choir teacher wound up being my cousin, and it was just my expectations and what I actually got from it, it was just mind-blowing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Connie Harton Malabed, you know what I'm saying, for all the tools, man, because she definitely got my bag deep. Shout out to her.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. It's always those electives that you don't want in the school are the ones that's actually going to help you further in life. And mine are happening.
Yeah.
Mine's happy to be quiet as well.
Yeah, man, the girls
Hey, me too. Yeah.
keep in mind, man, the girls was in school. We was hustling, and like just a little hustling that we was doing on that small scale. Shit, we getting money from the niggas we knew. You know what I'm saying? So like I said,
Yeah.
the clientele is in school. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
yep.
saying? So I never
Whole
understood. I
time.
never understood
Yeah.
why niggas dropped out of school to hustle outside of school. You know, some niggas really do get in deep with enemies and all of that shit, and you know, it get deep. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just thankful, man, that my shit didn't go that way, man. You know, my enemies wasn't as wise as me, and them niggas ain't affect my life at all. Straight up, niggas
Right.
really was on a path of self destruction anyway. You know, God had
Right.
another path for me anyway.
So let me ask you.
Hey, I love that for you. And you still so Detroit. Like, you even got the buff song right now. You so Detroit with it. Like, come on.
Gotta rip,
So
gotta rip, man.
let me ask you. What was the inspiration behind the song?
Man, all right. So I woke up one day and maybe all right. Let me go back. Maybe like 3-4 years ago, I tapped in with Zaytoven to work with him, and
Okay.
he was like, "Bet, man. All right, this is my price. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." But at the time, I'm like, "Yo, I don't want to just buy a beat from you. I want to come see you in person, at the studio. You know what I'm saying? I want to come to Atlanta. I want the whole experience. I had never been to Atlanta before." He was like, "All right, bet. Let's set it up." And then right after that, fucking COVID started, and you couldn't even go see your grandmama. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? Let alone trying to
I
go
know.
to any studio with, you know what I'm saying, with somebody else at that time. So things just kind of got threw off, man, you know, and then out of nowhere, he started running his specials for other up and coming artists and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, you want to work with me? Hit my DM or hit the comments below. And I didn't even take that route. I'm like, okay, I seen the post. I'm like, fuck that. Let me go and let me just jump back in dog DM. I already been talking to him. I'm like, what up, big homie? I'm like, it's been a minute since we last spoke. You know, the pandemic had kind of stopped our business. And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I remember. He was like, that price still on the table for you. Don't tell nobody else because they ain't getting that price. You know what I'm saying? And so he kept the business the same for me. He sent me the song, and well, he sent me the beat. Like, yeah, man, this. Actually, he asked me like, what kind of tone you looking for, like what kind of melodies and all of that. I told him exactly what I was looking for, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna cook up something for you tonight. And he hit me up later on that night, like, man, I think we got a hit, man. I got some shit for you. I want to see what you do with it. Then he sent me that bitch. And as soon as he sent it to me, I'm like, damn, I got to record this ASAP. So I recorded that motherfucking song in like 48 hours. Then I hit him up like, yo, I'm done, man. I want to play it for you, man, but I want to come to Atlanta. And he was like, all right, bet. Hit up his manager, coordinated some times, got me down in Atlanta in the studio with them in Patchwork, let them hit a record, had a conversation because I wanted to get Gucci Mane on the record. He gave me the price. We locked in some business, and then it just wound up going somewhere else first to New York with Jim Jones and Maino. You know what I'm saying? Like it was supposed to be Jim Jones and Joel Santana, but Maino wound up hearing the record and like, yeah, I need parts on that, and so it turned into the Lobby Boys instead of Dipset. And I'm still fucking with Gucci Mane for the remix.
Okay. Remix.
Nice. Okay.
All right. All
Oh,
right.
but that's
So,
just what it turns into, man. Straight up.
so what would you classify your genre as?
Gangster Harmony.
Ooh,
Okay.
I love that.
All right.
That's my lane. I'm sorry. That's my lane. I love that. I love that.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this. So was some of your influence Bone Thugs? Because you know you got Bone Thugs and Harmony in there, and you know.
Hell yeah, I love them niggas, man. I love them niggas. All they songs, all of they hit records, I'm rapping that shit. I just did a
Gotcha.
concert with Bone Thugs. I just did a concert with Bone Thugs and Harmony, LL Cool J, and Ice T, MC Light, Tribe Called Quest, The Roots. It was lit, man. We just did that in Detroit, the Little Caesars Arena. Now we about to do it again in San Francisco on the first. Then on the second, we're going to Vegas with them, and then on the third, we're gonna end it out in LA.
Nice.
I need to know when you come to Florida, you let me know, cause like I said, it's my lane. I need to be in the building.
Hey man, you know what? I got a real special treat coming up in Florida. I'm going out to Miami to I'm going out there to shoot a video with Rick Ross for the new single that I got coming out with Rick Ross and Young Dolph. It's called I Know I'm Looking.
Okay.
So
okay.
That's about to get ready. That's down the pipeline, you know.
Before you get to Florida, you gotta stop in Texas. That's where I'm at. So you guys are.
Oh yeah, one of my princesses is in Texas. My daughter
Okay.
JJ is in Texas.
Okay, yeah, I'm in San Antonio, so
No doubt.
I love that. I love that. So okay, so now the music has stopped. Now we get to after the music stops. I want to hear your take on something that's big in the hip hop community right now is the whole like Young Thug trial, right? Like using lyrics on trial, right? So are you strategic in the way that you say things so that doesn't happen to you, or are you just free with it, like freedom of speech? I say what I say and I mean it.
I wasn't raised like that, man. So I'm not gonna speak on the way nobody else do their thing because I had these conversations in the private of my homes and in different circles with people that I respect and hold in high regard. You know what I'm saying? And it just certain things just ain't meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Granted, sometimes that shit can come out and make a hit record and shit that sound cool, but you can really fuck yourself up in the process of things. You know what I'm saying? I was just always taught not to do a crime and tell on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So even with some of the shit that we saying in my art, some of the shit that I'm saying in my music, you know, I try to be slick and metaphorically kind of, shit. I ain't about to like June 26th, and we went over there and did this, and then come on, bro. Straight up, man. Some of my big homies is Southwest T. You know what I'm saying? BMF type shit. You know what I'm saying? Ice T, Dr. Dre, Hen G. You know, I got real solid big homies, man, that give a nigga real jewels, and even before them giving me jewels, I was able to soak up game from real stand-up hustlers and people who laid quality foundations for families to be able to survive and thrive. So shout out to my OGs.
Yeah. Okay, Cyclops.
All right, so as you said, this is the segment where I gotta say, take the gloves off because this is where the conversation really starts. So, in school, I know you say you're still hustling in school, but what made you be like, okay, you know what? I want to really put my focus in on music and be like, okay, this is what I really want to do.
It's a lifestyle for me, bro. I don't, it ain't something I just wake up and be like, okay, fuck it, let me be an artist now. It was just, I was finding myself in some of these delicate moments with authentic people. For example, being in the Navy when we in Japan at the big rooms, 20 deep with other sailors from other ships with a big ass cipher going, and before you know it, I'm in there burning that bitch down. You know what I'm saying? And it just translated to they like, look, man, we want to hear some songs from you and shit, man. Like, shit, if you are about to get out the Navy, my nigga, like, start recording. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, it's always been a lifestyle. So when I really got out the Navy, that's when I was really able to dedicate that time to the craft on another level. Because I always been on my craft. I always been good on freestyle, and I always been good on writing songs and poetry and poems and shit like that. And just when it came time to make music, I had so many different tools that I couldn't box myself in and say I do one type of thing, one style of music. You know.
Gotcha. Okay. So with that being
That's valid.
with that being said, like with today's music, and because like I said, Bone Thugs did a Gangsta Harmony way back, and they still still doing their thing, and you're introducing yourself with this to this young generation. How do you see yourself, like fitting in? Because, like you say, you just did a show with Bone Thugs, LL Cool J, Ice T, all them. So, like, how is it, working with them and still trying to be relevant with the younger generation?
These niggas know me. The ones that know. If they don't know me, you know what I'm saying, and they come across me, man, tap into the music, man, and hopefully it's a vibe in there that y'all fucking with somewhere in the catalog. You know, I got a lot of features because I don't want niggas to get it twisted when I do say like the older names and stuff. That's just when you blessed to be around them type of niggas,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
just gotta go because everybody can't go. You get what I'm saying?
that
And that's not a forever thing. When you blessed to be able to soak up those type of moments and them type of gems from niggas that's so successful that they don't have to talk to you young niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? They can really just keep all of their wisdom and just live out their life. You know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of features with a lot of successful and hot young artists too. I swear Vezo, Sada Baby, Mozzie, uh shit, Jim Jones, Maino,
Right.
Payroll Giovanni,
No, for real. You don't
Bino.
gotta prove
Oh no,
nothing.
no,
You
no.
don't gotta prove
No, it's just so people can know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
yeah,
he tapped in. These my niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's when I say these niggas know me. I rub elbows with my niggas. Them same circles they be in, getting money and doing what they do. I be writing them VIP sections too, doing my shit with my squad. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas camps got people that we know, that we love and we respect too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, man. Keep your nose and your name clean and your shit can transcend eras, and you can be like a E40 that can do a song with a Jay Z and a Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying?
nothing. Right.
and,
Shout out
and
to
you
the
said
OGs, man.
and you said something that I remember people talking about a couple years ago, like how some of the older generation rappers are not, you know, helping the younger generation. They're trying to come back out to be like, okay, I still got this. Y'all remember who I am. So y'all move back. But like you said, you have people in your corner that are, giving you those gems and not to help just you. Because what you're doing is you're probably helping others. So it's just a domino effect. And, like I said, some of those names, like you said, Ice T, Dr. Dre, LL Cool J, they're giving that into you to where you could give it to like Young Dog, people like that. So it's a good thing because, like I said, this rap industry. I'm not even gonna say the rap industry just itself, but the industry is a cutthroat industry. So when you have, like you said, when you have people in your corner, hang on to them, hang on to them, and yeah, Mocha.
Okay, so I gotta ask this. I don't even do this all the time, right? But for the ladies, I just gotta know because in the song, I heard Jim Jones talking about I want a wife, but I still want to get the bands. I need to know, do you got a wife?
I'm not.
Or you
I'm
still
not. I'm
focus
not.
on the bands? Like what's going
I'm
on?
not married.
You not married? Okay,
I'm not married.
valid. Valid. We ain't mad at you.
I will be though. I will be one day, but I ain't married right now. So
Okay, cool. I can take that. I can take that answer. That's
straight
cool.
up,
That's cool. That's cool with me. Okay, okay. So who do you see yourself working with in the future?
shit. Who I want to work with? Like,
Yeah.
I want to work with Chris Brown. I want to work
Ooh.
with Big Sean. I want to work with.
Yes.
I want to work with Drake. I want to work with Jay-Z. And I like to work with The Weeknd. I like to work with Kendrick Lamar. I'm going to give you just 10 people. I like to work with Hit Boy. That's 7 right there. I like to work with Eminem. That's 8.
Mm.
I like to work with, I think me and Blast will cook up some shit. Me and Blast. And number 10, I definitely like to lock in with my nigga Fab.
Nice. Okay. Hold on, but what's stopping you? I mean, not what's stopping you, because I know you can do it.
It ain't
But
enough
like,
time
what's
in the
your
day,
biggest
man.
downfall as an artist? That's what I'm asking. What is your biggest downfall as an artist?
I mean, just staying consistent with your resources, man, and really being focused. Like, as an artist, to really be successful outside of the machine, you got to build the machine, and you got to know how every department operates, so you can understand when certain things need to be done. It's a chain and domino effect of activations, a series of activations of things that must have to happen one after another. And if you miss several beats, then it'll never get that traction and really pick up the way that it needs to. You know, so you really got to be patient, learn the game before you really dive in to just throw your music out. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just got a record that's just going crazy out of nowhere, then you just gotta try to keep up with it. You know, I mean, I just want people to learn the game, man. Look up some successful people that really got plaques on the wall and see how they did it and see how you can borrow some of their sauce and apply it to you, because not everything that works for them is going to work for you the same way. You know, you still got to do your tweaks and things of that nature and build your own relationships for any of that shit to work anyway.
Okay.
He kind of smart, Cyclops.
Yeah.
He kind of smart.
Appreciate that, Queen. Appreciate that.
And you said one major word that me and Mocha had a panel about a couple weeks ago was relationships. So let me ask you this: how do you feel about the artist and the DJ relationship in today's age?
I fucking love it right now, man. It's really some if you know type shit, man. Like, the DJs is everything, bro. The same way you love to listen to your music, you better love to give it to the DJs. The same way you love to create that shit, because that shit is synonymous. My record with Jim Jones is doing extremely well right now because we have several record pools that service in my record. We got the Coalition DJs, we got the Fleet DJs, we got the Core DJs, we got BPM Supreme, we got MP3 Wax. You know what I'm saying? We have all of these. We got DigiWax. We got all of these entities pushing the record, and they are heavy with the DJs. And the DJs is the ones that get it into those audiences, in front of those rooms, on those radio stations, in those mix shows. You know, it's just shout out to the DJs. I fucking love y'all.
Yeah. For sure.
What's
Now
up?
listen, have you performed that song yet?
Which one?
The one
Biggest
we
fan.
just heard. Yeah,
You said what?
the
Biggest
one we
fan.
just heard.
Yeah.
Have I recorded who?
Have
No,
you
how you
have you
perform?
performed the song that we just heard yet?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Queen. My bad. I wasn't hear you. Yeah, I performed it. How many times? I think I just performed it one time. I performed it at Jim Jones' private birthday.
Nice. Okay. How did it make you feel after the fact? Like, how was you feeling?
I mean, shit. I got to perform with Capo at his birthday party, but you know what I'm saying? With all the bosses in the fucking building, you know, like shit. Like, my biggest thing, my manager always like to tell me, shout out to Hen G, he always like to tell me, man, act like you've been there before. And I'm like, act like you deserve to be there. I'm like, all right, cool. So while that's going on, it's still a piece of me like, hell yeah, nigga, look where you at. Look what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I still get excited off this shit, man. Like, but again, I can't. My poker face is cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the room. I gotta be focused and disciplined too. You know what I'm saying? Or I won't get respected. I want, you know how fucking bad I wanted to ask Eminem for a picture when it was just me and him right there, but I had to soak
Right.
that shit up. And you know what I'm saying? Like, how bad I wanted to be. Like, yeah, they go to the studio with him. Or, you know, that nigga would have been like, yo, Dre, man, don't never bring this nigga around me ever again. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? But, like, nigga, I just took that shit in, bro. Like, some moments you gotta really just live in the moment, man. I spent a lot of time missing a lot of cool bomb ass pictures and camera moments, man. But mentally, they there until some dementia or some shit happens, you know. God willing.
And you know, it's weird because, like you said, you know, it's hard to kind of, you know, kind of keep your composure when you're sitting with people like, yeah, you looked up to in the industry and stuff like that. And I've done it to where I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here with such and such person, and like this is who I grew up on, you know. And it's weird because you got to learn how, especially in the industry, you have to learn how to keep it professional because you don't want to having an artist moment, you know, being a fan to another artist. Because then they're like you said, if you would have said that to him, he would be like, Drake, get this beat out of here. You know? So, you know, a lot of artists out there, artists, but, you know, anybody in the industry, you got to learn how to separate the fan and the professionalism because
Yeah.
once you keep that professionalism with anybody, you gotta, you know, that's when the relationship starts to build. You
That's some
know,
jewels right there you kicking.
yes, you
But do you
know,
feel like a celebrity now? Like I know you met some
I'm not no fucking
celebrities, but
celebrity.
you feel like a celebrity?
I'm never gonna be a celebrity.
Okay.
okay.
What that
No,
mean?
no matter how much I achieve, man, I'm M. Dot Taylor. I'm a regular nigga, man, and you can do it too if you put the work in. Like it ain't like I just woke up and I've been being blessed with these opportunities for doing nothing. Fuck that. Like I feel like this shit late for me because I spent 5 years, 3 months, 21 days, 7 hours, 16 minutes in the military. And so when I got out, you know what I'm saying? I had already, that's like a prison bid to me because I was away from doing what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Although I got to travel the world and things of that nature, man, and see life differently, man, I feel like that helped play a role in the success part and the moves that I'm making and the type of company that I'm keeping as I'm on my travels out here doing this shit, man. So straight up.
So okay, based off of what you just said, I'm gonna steal one of Mocha's questions again. All right, so are you chasing the bag or are you chasing the dream?
I was chasing the bag at one point because I thought that's what this shit was about, man. I just wanted money, money, money to take care of the people that I love, and I thought I could just solve everybody's problem. But I could have $2 billion and still won't solve everybody's problem. They won't all be happy as far as what they're going through, physically, mentally, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta understand life, man, and live, and let that little kid that's inside of you stay that age, you know, and you tap in with them every now and again, and you have some fun for yourself, man. It's it feels so
If
refreshing for your soul, man, when you get the chance to just let loose, man, and open up and enjoy some freshness of life, man. So straight up, man, that's how I feel.
if you
I hope,
wasn't
I hope
rapping,
I'm
what
not
do you think
boring, y'all.
you'd
No. The like I said, I don't like like we said, we don't like to call this an interview. We like to call it a conversation.
be doing? Yeah.
And when we have conversations, we want,
The
you know,
vibe.
just like I always say, we're at the kitchen table eating chicken plain dominoes. We doing talk. That's all we doing. So you know, Mocha, you had a question?
Yeah, I was saying, if you wasn't rapping, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'm a good man. I'm a hustler, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not just a rapper. This is my lifestyle. So I'll be doing the same shit anyway.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just
So
straight
Okay.
up, like it's really my life, man. Like, it's really my life, man. Just because of the way I set myself up to live this life, and it's operating in its accordance, man, and going in conjunction with God's plan, man. So I'm thankful, man, for real.
Okay, all right. So, because I think I heard, if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say you're a filmmaker as well.
Absolutely.
So, tell us a little about that. How did you get into that?
Damn, my nigga, you catch everything, Cyclops. What did you say? Hold up. Yeah, wait a minute. I think I heard
Yeah, like, I think I heard that.
that nigga tapped the ear. Like, hold on. I might hear it again. No,
Right.
no. So when I graduated, look, man, like straight up, I am educated, man, but again, if you was getting paid $3,000 a month to go to college, shit, you would too. Shit. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I wound up when I got out the Navy, they like, yeah, you're gonna be able to get unemployment for a couple of years while you're a full-time student, and you're gonna get a bag from the military to be in school. Plus, you get a lot of grant money to be in school, and since the military paying your tuition, all that other loan money goes to you, and so it was just money. I'm like, what? This is a fucking no-brainer for me. I hit the school for a couple hours a day, you know what I'm saying? And I'm down in San Diego. I wound up going to school for respiratory therapy and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
I always want to have something medical knowledge in my bag, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
for my kids, my family, or somewhere in my family, or somebody that can use that shit if we going through something. And
Yeah.
like I said, I watched my mother be sick, and I just wanted to help people, you know what I'm saying? And so once I got done with respiratory therapy school, then I started doing them clinicals and being in them hospitals and shit. I'm like, oh hell no, y'all ain't about to kill my joy like this. No fucking thing. So I had graduated and went up to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA because I was living in San Diego at the time, and I bumped into I was supposed to make a left, but it was so much fucking traffic. I just made a right, and I was gonna go around. And after I made that right, I wound up coming across the LA Film School, and I'm like, damn, what is that? And I kept driving, and then I took to the left. It said Los Angeles Recording School. I'm like, fuck this, I'm pulling over. Pull inside the recording school. I was in a group at that time, me and one other person, and me, him, and my producer had went up to LA together for the Roscoe's, and we had just saw T.I. in there, and this was around the time when T.I. was on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had just saw, so a nigga feeling really motivated. I'm like, this is my first time up in LA, just on some shit like this, man. And I'm like, I was loving it, man. And when I went inside the recording school, they're like, yeah, you're a veteran. The military will pay your tuition, and we'll pay you to go to school. And that was it. I joined the recording school, and the film school was the sister school to it. So I went to the recording school first, but my boy was like, "Look, I'm gonna take the recording program. You do the film program." I'm like, "All right, bet." So I did the film, so I can take care of all our visuals and the music videos, and he was supposed to do the recording side, so he could take care of all of our studio time.
Yeah.
But this nigga wound up dropping out of school after a month. We up there partying six nights a week. I mean, that bitch turned up. But I'm getting up, taking my ass to class, hangover, whatever. I'm still in class getting to it. The military wired us that no matter how hard you turn up, you better be your ass at quarters the next day, or
Yeah.
your ass go to captain's mast and get in trouble. So I just kind of kept that for me. You know what I'm saying? And then, I just kind of kept that for me into the regular life. And then I just graduated from the film school, and I got my associate's degree in science film, and then I enlisted into the recording school, and I got my degree in music production, and then I went back to the film school and got my bachelor's degree for entertainment business. And it was perfect for me because I was still operating in Hollywood, and I was able to use their facilities to have meetings and have big executive stuff come and see me, and use the big theater for premieres and all of that shit. So it really helped my brand and helped me sharpen my skills. So shout out to the LA Film School. My dogs over there, they love me up in there. I'm definitely one of their favorite veterans of all time over there. They got me on the Wall of Fame up in that thing in the Veterans Office and stuff. So Shout out to the LA Film School, man. And anybody who watched this interview or listened to the interview, ain't nothing wrong with getting some education. I recommend you educate yourself and get you a set of skills that you normally organically like to do anyway. So that way school won't feel like school. It just feel like you sharpening up your bag. And now when niggas try to tell you to go to school for all this other shit that you don't care about, that's when it just get cloudy in your head. But you know, they do want you to be kind of well rounded, you know what I'm saying? So you can learn other things as well. But educate yourself, man. Whoever looking at this interview, whoever listening to it, man. Educate yourself.
All right. Mocha, you got
I
any
feel like,
last question?
huh?
Go.
No, I was gonna say I feel like we need to play a little game or something.
Okay.
It been a
Hey,
little,
yeah.
it been a little stiff in her, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
That's what you want to do.
All right, so let's play this or that. Real simple, real easy. You can do that.
One more time.
This or that. You can play that.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. We got 10 questions. That's it. Okay. Number 1. Let's see. Would you rather eat chicken or steak?
Chicken or steak?
Yes.
I feel like the black man is synonymous with that badass bird. You know what I'm saying? It's something about that little motherfucker, boy. You know?
Okay.
I love steak too, though. But it's that something about that bird. You can freaking see that motherfucker 90 different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, silver or gold?
Silver or gold?
Yes.
They got the church song, Silver and Gold.
Yep.
I'd rather have Jesus. No, let me see. Silver or gold? I mean, damn, I got this motherfucking silver ass chain on right now, but I'll say gold, man. Gold is deeply rooted within our souls, in our genetic makeup. You know what I'm saying? And the most ultimate form of the irons in our bodies is golden. You know what I'm saying? So gold over any metal textures any day.
Yeah.
For me.
That's valid. Okay. Would you rather be on the East Coast or the West Coast? I mean, you already kind of told us, but
No, I mean, look, I love it all. Every region got its own thing to offer. Yeah, I would be doing a lot of fly shit on the East Coast if I was over there. I'd be the same shit I'm doing over here on the West Coast, or if I'm in the Midwest or in the South. Like every coast and region got its own atmospheric thing to offer. You know what I'm saying? And I got love for all of them. You know, straight up. I'm a well-traveled man, and I enjoy traveling.
okay. He's good. I ain't gonna lie, he's good at this game.
I'm just being a buck, man. I swear. I'm just answering the questions as honestly as I can, Queen.
Valid. Okay. Would you have rather have been born in the 20s or the 70s?
If I was born the 20s the 20s is too closer to them slave-minded people, man. Like I wouldn't have thrived. I would have been a fucking activist out there with like Harriet and them. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd been a different vibe for me. Like straight up, man. You know, I would have been a goon for my people, man. So
Yeah.
now I don't want to. I'm not saying that I don't want to see that version of myself, but I don't want to unlock that version right now. You know what I'm saying? That's a different space that you gotta dig into for that person to thrive and be successful. You know.
Understood. Yeah, definitely.
Because it's in you, it's not on you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
There you go. Go ahead, Cyclops. I know you got one. You was ready.
All right. So since you sing and rap, I'm going to ask you this: hip hop or R&B?
Hip hop and beat, nigga. How are you gonna get a motherfucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich without peanut butter? or jelly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and jelly. You gotta have both. You see what the fuck R. Kelly and Jay-Z did? You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Facts.
far
Okay.
as fusing those communities, the music came out incredible. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yes.
trying to highlight anything negative anybody did in their life. I'm talking strictly and purely about the
Music.
music.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
music. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't have one without the other. You're gonna be a rough ass nigga all day, like you know what I'm saying? Like fuck that, man. You know, you gotta lighten up. What's wrong
Right.
with niggas, man? Niggas don't play enough R&B and soul. Straight
Speak.
up.
Speak on
Yes. Yes.
it.
I fuck with the '90s R&B. That shit right there, nigga. Woo.
Well, look, I can't even ask my next question because you just said it. Like,
Man, no, you took an effort.
because I was gonna say, like, would you take the '90s R&B or would you take like today's R&B?
I'ma say, unfortunately, even though I love the '90s R&B, I'm gonna take today's R&B because in order for us to take it to the heights where we want it to be at, we got to grab a hold of today and not really harp on what it was of yesterday. Because in that generation of those guys and those great creatives in those rooms making the music and really playing the instruments and being a part of that entire creative process, you know, they wasn't really focused on what the next motherfucker was doing. You know, they was in the moment, you know what I'm saying, building and with so much passion and love and really staying at hand and being focused on the topics, man. And in order for us to really take R&B to the heights that it deserves to be at, we got to focus on the now. So I'm gonna say now, but with heavily respect to our forefathers of that shit, man, because we got some incredible music over these few decades, man, that I've been blessed to be alive to be a part of. So straight up.
I got one more question.
Go ahead.
Video production or audio production? Since we've done both.
Which one I prefer?
Yep.
Yes.
Come on, man, that's peanut butter and jelly again. Straight up. I be with some of my homies, man, and when we creating, it's like, nigga, we see the music video already. We'll be in the studio working on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when the record is done right, auditorily, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who wouldn't want to put a dog ass visual to it? You know what I'm saying? Let's paint these pictures, man. Let's get into creative storytelling, man. I want things to get back to where they had these dope ass movies, but
Yep.
even doper soundtrack to go with them. You know what I'm saying? That era was so fucking beautiful, man, and we just need to get back on that. You know, where we were equally excited about the soundtrack, just like the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Gotcha.
I remember Set It Off, Blue
He
Street,
good. He was good.
Life. Like nigga, y'all know them soundtracks was slapping. Y'all, you can put that
Yes.
shit in and press play. You ain't, and you don't
Yes.
care.
Facts. No. Facts. Facts. I don't feel like you're right. We don't really play soundtracks anymore.
You
We
know I'm
listen
right,
to
Queen.
albums and mixtapes and EPs. Well, I
I,
mean, to soundtracks no more.
Hey, look,
I
I ain't
think
gonna lie. This probably the first time that I done had a conversation that was so dope. I ain't even rolled me a blunt up, man. You know, I'm sitting here with my weed. I'm like, damn, man, what I'm missing? This whole blunt. I ain't even light up no smoke or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
Man.
no, y'all got a nigga on a different type of time and a different space, man. So shout out to y'all for that.
Good.
Y'all got
yeah.
some,
Good.
man.
Good.
I fuck with y'all, man.
Man, we fuck with
Hey,
you too. I
yes.
don't know if we can say that, Cyclops. Yeah.
Nah, so all right. Before we get out of here, I want to ask you this question. Besides the song that we heard today, right?
Mm-hmm.
What song would you tell everybody to go back and listen to? Because that's like the song like you just have to listen to of yours.
Ain't going broke no more.
Oh.
Okay.
It just take you back to the essence of why we all doing this shit in the first place. It's me, my boy Fetty DeMarco, my boy Payroll Giovanni. It's produced by my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? Loose Cannon. And it's just a vibe, man. And it take me back to when we was laying on the floor at Granny crib, on pallets, you know what I'm saying, with all your cousins and everybody over there, everybody eating on the floor with their plates and all of that shit. There's so many of y'all over there, you know what I'm saying? It's just the early essence of life and how we grew up, man, and how we strive through adversity, man, and how we still here today, and how we successful on the level that we're on, but there's so much more to do and so much further to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my favorite records, straight up.
All right.
But let me get my, before you go to somebody else, because you're going to go to somebody else first. Let me go first. I'm going to say, you have a fan in me. You have a fan in me. Because you, like I said, you know music. And I know music, so I appreciate people that know music and use it wisely, and you do. So you have a fan in me. I want you to know that.
Thank you, Queen. I'm gonna make sure y'all get that exclusive new every time before it drops.
Yay!
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Now
And
listen, we gotta ask this one more question before we go. I know.
go ahead.
But what would you tell people? What would you tell the people coming up under you as far as being successful, having longevity in this industry? What would you tell them?
Be a sponge, man. You know, soak up. You can soak up everything, man, and just be a sponge and have a filter. You know what I'm saying? Bring that motherfucker out and everything that don't have the true nutritional value in your career, in your journey, with your relationships. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit go down the drain. You know what I'm saying? And only keep the things that got that quality nutritional value for you. You know, straight up.
Straight up, 100. Yes. That's
And,
all I got. That's all I got,
and I will say you got a fan of me because not just because of the music, but you're one of those that actually is hands on with music because you actually went to school for this. Because you have a lot of artists that out here doing their music but doesn't really understand the stuff that actually goes on. They're like, oh, okay, that sounds good, but when you actually know what you're talking about in the studio, like,
Yeah.
hey, I need this on the EQ. Like, because I went to school for audio production, so I know kind of the stuff that goes on in the studio. So I was like, when you can say, I need this at this decimal, or I need this at this. And I feel like when you have a better understanding of that, your sound is going to be 10 times better because you know what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I applaud you for going to school for that. I applaud you for going to school, period. Because like you said, people need education. So yes.
I mean, but on the real, man, it just make it a lot easier, man. When there would be a lot more people going to school, man, if you can get a bag to be in school instead of going to school being broke and then getting out having debt and still trying to get a job, come out that way. You know, my life path, my experiences has been tremendous, man, and I can't thank nobody but God for that, man. Straight up, man. I always wanted to go to college, but not only did I get to go to college, I got paid to go to school. Like,
Right.
I don't know how many people can say that, man, and I legally don't have to work for nobody for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? The military gonna take care of me for the rest of my life, and that's just off the basic essentials. You know, there's still work to be done on my end to show other military veterans that, you know what I'm saying, that have similar paths and went through similar adversities, show them a way where you could be out the military and no matter what you've dealt with in the military, or no matter if PTSD, post-traumatic and stuff, because, you know what I'm saying, like, there's ways to find therapy and peace in your life, you know what I'm saying, without outsourcing for the wrong thing and constantly being on a fucking pill, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, straight up, man, and, excuse me. And then that's it, man. I just want to be a tool. I want to be a vessel. I want to be an example, a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? For people to be successful, man, and take care of their families, and while still being passionate and still having that passion about things that they've always been passionate about, but didn't have the necessary time and the resources to do. So that's me. And in that nutshell, y'all.
Well, you know, I meant to say this earlier when I found out, but thank you for your service because I think you're the first veteran we have on our show.
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes, yes.
so thank you for your service because
Oh, I'm y'all first. Oh, I'm y'all first veteran.
yes.
Let's go.
So yes. So before we get out of here, do you have any last words for the viewers?
Thank y'all for letting me break y'all veteran cherry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all for the platform. Listen to my music. Google me at m.taylor. I'm all over the internet doing cool shit, man. Trying to inspire, hustle, and motivate like the late great Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? And that's that, man. If y'all don't like Biggest Fan, I hope it's another vibe in my catalog that y'all rock with. You know, that's all I got.
All right. And you actually spell out dot. Don't put M period. Y'all spell out dot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
M-D-O-T Taylor, man. Yeah, because the way you said it is exactly how I actually got the name. I had in the military, they call you by your last name, and in my specific command I was at, it was like 5 other people with the same last name as me, and in our division, our uniforms used to get mixed up. So I went to the uniform shop and I put M period Taylor, and then so my first name is Mario. So we wound up having a uniform inspection that next day, and my chief was like, "Hey, so we got a new sailor in here trying to stand out. We got M. Taylor." So everybody started calling me M. You know what I'm saying? And it just stuck with me. It wasn't like nothing I made up. You know, shit, it's my fucking name. You know what I'm saying? It just stuck, man. Straight up.
I love that. I love that, man.
Well,
Listen, just know when your views start going up on your videos, it's me. Okay?
Thank you.
It's me.
Thank you. Leave a comment for your boy, man. I appreciate it, man.
I will. Listen, I want to thank After the Music Stops for having me, for letting me be a part of this platform. Make sure y'all go follow me at Mocha the Mack. That's me. I'm here.
yes, and y'all know where y'all can find me at. That's everywhere. DJ Cyclops 210. Or y'all can find the podcast, ATMS_podcast on IG. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube page. And if y'all missed the interview, y'all can catch it on there. But man, this has been a great conversation. Like you said, we are
the best conversation.
Like we don't call this interviews because I feel like when you say an interview, people are kind of nervous. They don't know what to say. And yeah, but we like to keep it open and and be comfortable and say what you gotta say. Yes. So, but like I said, this has been another great episode of After the Music Stops, brought to you by Hits Cartel Radio. And like I say always at the end of my show, y'all stay safe, y'all stay blessed, and you never know who's in the hot seat next. Peace, y'all.
Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Yeah, that's my bitch and she knows she the baddest. Something that gotta be said. Run up a check on my bitch cause she classy, nasty, my biggest fan. Then I get back to the band. We gon' get right to the band.